Up next on Tucker Carlson, seen here first, besides on Fox News, whistleblowers are coming forward on the January 6th. Never seen before footage. You know, I pointed out something when the commercials are on. So, as soon as Tucker comes back, we'll bring it up to him. Thank you, Tucker, for the material. Keep up the great job. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Us Patriots all have to stick together. Take on these people that are trying to ruin America. So hit that like button and smash that subscribe now while we're waiting. You know I upload every day. And if you're on the road or doing whatever in the office, out in the yard, whatever you're doing, you don't get the latest news, you'll see the latest and greatest. I only upload the important stuff that I think is important. I'm sorry you can't comment, because YouTube turned off my comments. They stopped me from uploading for a little bit because they don't like my content, I guess. Because I'm a patriot like you. But now I can upload again. As you see, the last couple days. So again, like I said, up next on Tucker Carlson, Fox News, whistleblowers are coming forward on January 6th committee, which is about time. Put them all in jail, that's what I say. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And as soon as it comes out, we'll put it up there and see what Tucker has to tell us. But for now, I hope you like the lights. Halloween is right around the corner, so got some nice orange lights to look at in fall leaves.
Discover all the ways to keep your vehicle looking like new at WeatherTech.com.
Better than looking at the Florida ceiling, I guess.
Tonight, Governor Ron DeSantis unhinged after sending migrants to Martha's Vineyard and the uproar from Dems. We're getting his reaction and next moves. Sean has a must-see interview.
You know, I upload every day.
John and Kelly use AT&T.
This will be my last upload of the night.
Steve and Anna have Spectrum Mobile.
I will see you tomorrow.
Two lines and both get unlimited data and
I'm retired. I do this for you guys, not for me.
John and Kelly pay a lot more.
Well, a little for me. I watch the news every day, and I try to upload the latest and greatest things to see why this president is doing what he's doing to our country. I wish I had caught the last. They said that Joe Biden was showering with his kids, and his kid, Ashley, came forward and said that she ruined his life, her sex life, but I didn't catch it. Facebook said my information was non-factual. The fact checkers said it's not correct news. Well, what do you have to say about that, Facebook? It's the fact now.
Wellness is a choice that starts today.
If I see it again, I'll get it on for you.
With what I put in my body. Delicious ingredients.
If not, go to Tucker Carlson and see if you can see it on his news.
So I can feel my best, look my best.
Don't believe me, believe your ears.
All while tasting the best. And then relax, restore,
I can't imagine
unwind,
taking a shower with my kid.
To do it all over again tomorrow. It's time for you to be
But
your
that
best.
could be why Joe is always smelling like kid's hair.
Today.
Okay, here's Tucker. Take it away, Tucker.
So during his famous Red speech a couple of weeks ago, Joe Biden labeled his political opponents domestic extremists, terrorists who threaten the existence of our nation. Now, you may have written off that claim as the rantings of a doddering old fool, but the President of the United States was the full mechanics of the largest bureaucracy in the history of the world behind him. So now the FBI is working hard to bolster those false claims. It's opened domestic terrorism investigations all over the country. most of them against innocent
Whistleblower
people. Now we have proof that many of
exposes
these
the truth about the
investigations are
FBI.
entirely fraudulent. They're
Thank
political.
you, Tucker.
This is so wrong. It should not be happening. Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio just sent a letter to the FBI director, Christopher Wray, who should be ashamed of himself, outlining the evidence. The evidence comes from a whistleblower within the FBI. According to that whistleblower, the FBI is breaking its own procedures to create the illusion that new domestic extremism cases are popping up all over the United States. In reality, virtually all of these cases are about January 6th, which was a non-violent election justice protest and covered, of course, by the Constitution of the United States, excluding the people who committed vandalism. But you have a right to assemble if you want.
Trump told
So
us
the
that.
FBI's Washington office is overseeing these investigations, these domestic extremist investigations. The whistleblower said that, quote, the manipulative case file practice creates false and misleading crime statistics. Instead of hundreds of investigations stemming from a single black swan incident at the Capitol, January 6th, FBI and DOJ officials point to significant increases in domestic extremism and terrorism around the United States. So they're lying with numbers, just like they did under Corona. This is fraud. And now it's occupying a huge percentage of the FBI's time at the very moment we just had 2 million people whose identities we can't verify waltz into our country. Now, the whistleblower says he was told that, quote, child sexual abuse material investigations were no longer an FBI priority and should be referred to local law enforcement agencies. Oh, germane to the last
I wonder
subject
why, because Joe Biden
we addressed
smells
on the open
children's
tonight.
hair.
You'll notice they're downplaying the importance of child sex crimes. Interesting. So we reached out to the FBI for comment, and a spokesman told us, quote, the threat posed by domestic violent extremists is persistent, evolving, and deadly, end quote. Of course, they can't point to any deadliness. Ashley Babbitt, oh wait, she was killed. Congressman Jim Jordan represents Ohio and is the member of Congress who has these documents. Congressman, we really appreciate your coming on and telling us about this.
Thank you. You bet.
So how do you assess what the whistleblower has told you?
Well, we think he's being straightforward. We think he's as honest. We think he's a brave guy for coming forward. And I think the way I view it in my mind is, Tucker, they're juicing the numbers and they're cooking the books. And they are so focused on this, they're willing to pull agents from child trafficking cases to foster this narrative that you talked about, that Joe Biden in front of Independence Hall with the red background, clenched fist, talking about half the country being extremists. So remember, we've had previous whistleblowers who came to us and said that they were being pressured to label cases as domestic violent extremism. This whistleblower came forward and talked to us about how they're cooking the books, making the numbers seem that there are cases all over the country, when in fact they're all related to January 6th. And now what's happened today, we learned that this newest whistleblower has been suspended from his job. So there's retaliation going against this guy for coming forward and telling us what's going on.
So
You
the
gotta stand
administration
behind
is
him,
doing this
Patriots.
because there's really no one
He
to
stood
push
up for
back.
what we believe
corporate
in.
America is completely on their side. The entertainment business, the media,
Let's help
and
this
of course the entire
whistleblower
Congress.
out.
If Democrats think they're going to win both houses, keep both houses, they just announced today we're going to keep both houses.
Yeah, I don't
If
think
that
they
were
are.
to happen, well, I hope it doesn't, of course. But if it were to
It
happen,
ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
it feels like they would double down and start putting a lot of people in jail.
No, that's why this election in 50 days, Tucker, is so darn important. The way you send a message is put Republicans in charge, and then what we have to do is get tough. We got to be committed to getting the truth to the American people. We got to be committed to any and every remedy we can come up. Nothing should be off the table when it comes to reining in a political justice department, which everyone knows is now the case. I mean, think about the last 6 weeks. Joe Biden raided the home of a former president, took the phone of a sitting member of Congress. The Inspector General at the Justice Department assisted in imaging the phone. He's supposed to be
Don't
the
forget
independent
about
oversight
Mike
of the
Lindell
Justice Department. And
and the
by
other
the way, he
woman
also signed
from California
legislation which is going to unleash
that they raided her
87,000
house.
IRS agents to come harass we the taxpayer. That happened in 6 weeks, for goodness sake. So yeah,
I'll be
this
sitting there
election is
waiting.
critical when it comes to America's freedoms, liberties, and the Bill of
Because you ain't
Rights.
gonna change me. I'm
I
doing
think
whatever
you're
I
right.
do.
I'm not a huge booster of the Republican Party or anything, but I'm certainly rooting for them this time. That's for sure. I think this is when you put
You're
it
not
that way,
taking
this
away
is
my
really scary.
rights.
And I appreciate you coming on tonight, Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio.
Thank you, Jim Jordan.
Thank you, Tucker.
Thank you, Tucker. God
So
bless.
they're doing whatever
Patriots.
they can to win
See
the
you
midterms.
tomorrow.
Selling off this country's strategic petroleum reserve in part to China? Really? And
Don't
now
forget to
declaring
subscribe
COVID
if you like
over.
what you're
Biden
seeing.
just said that.